some latitude to exercise some of the actions, probably even what we saw yesterday. The question is the sustainability and whether some of these provisions of the Public Order Act could be clashing with the provisions of the Constitution. Do you see such, like what we saw yesterday, could be that one such instance where there could be a clash between the two?
Thank you. There is definitely a clash, irreconcilable clash. I must first correct with tremendous respect my friend's reference to Article 7. I think he meant Article 37.
Yeah,
I think that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at the Public Order Act, and you look at the rights conferred under Article 39 of the Constitution, you reference Article 39 sub-Article 3. But Article 39 sub-Article 1 speaks of the right, the freedom of movement, which when you now juxtapose, bring it next to Article 24 of the Constitution, which gives the state the right or the power, the leeway to limit a right. It has to be justified within a law. Now, when you look at what happened to Honorable Orengo when he was addressing the media in the CBD, and then one of the people that he was, or who was just right by there, was manhandled and hauled into a police Land Cruiser. Question is, are these police aware that Section 2 of the Public Order Act defines a public gathering as constituting of more than 10 people? Were those more than 10 people? Those were less than 10 people. So that's not a public gathering within the meaning of the Public Order Act. When you again look at that definition of a public meeting in Section 2 of the Public Order Act, it says that a gathering of people who are more than 50 in a public place. Now, when you look at the provisions of Section 5 of the Public Order Act and how it delineates the procedure that someone responsible organizing the meeting ought to then to notify the local police, the police then are obligated to make it possible for that meeting to peaceably go on. And I believe I saw someone had notified the Central Police Station police and provided the route that they would take. That was within the law. And you have then to say at what time you will be then in your procession, public gathering, the point that you will be meeting, and so on and so forth, so that the police then can execute their mandate to protect whoever is participating in that procession or public gathering. Such was not the case. Rather, even those people who are arrested, I think directly outside Nation Center, I think, and we could see the activity. This unrelenting effort to get these people into the back of a Subaru. Why would you want to arrest them in the manner that then you are arresting? Number one, those are unarmed people. Well, all they were holding were banners. And I didn't even see any person who was armed. One of them was resisting vigorously. And I would resist if I were them because of the history of abductions and people turning up as corpses. It is very unfortunate. So the reconciliation between the Public Order Act and Article 39 of the Constitution, those tensions then have to be loosened. And it is now on the part of the state to ensure that at least they give the Kenyan people the leeway and the scope to express their freedom of movement. Now, having said that, if you look at Section 3, subsection 3 of that Public Order Act, who is failing this country in terms of the goons, the organized militia? It is the Attorney General. If you have that, you will see that it says the responsibility is upon the Honorable the Attorney General then to move the High Court, file a civil or a criminal proceeding. And then using the evidence that the IG has of these goons, their organization, so forth, she now, in this instance, not he, secures the protection of the Kenyan people by having those people named before the court, action taken. If they have assets, then those assets are supposed to be frozen. Okay. They're supposed to be seized by the state. But rather, what do we have? People who are pretending to be an extension of the police force, armed with crude weapons, who go and disrupt the quote-unquote opponent political meetings. Totally against that. The Honorable Attorney General should be told to step down or implement the law.
Okay.
That is in the Public Order Act, because you ask, what are these tensions between the constitutional rights that are there in the Public Order Act? And we heard the Chief Justice telling the Kenyan people, we need a legislation to that. You just tighten this legislation. You don't need a new legislation.
We'll be back to that because I believe there's a court case in Kisumu linked to such provisions, and I think the police IG is directly involved in that.
Yes.
But allow me to welcome Bwana Fanyamambo Kinothia to this panel. Bwana Fanyamambo Kinothia is a political commentator.